You already read the title, you know what's going on. I wrote a song using AI over the course of a couple of weeks, and I'm going to show you how it went. So make sure to stick around until the end of the video so you can hear the final result. There's going to be chapter markers below so you can skip around if you want, but I recommend watching the whole way through so you can see the ups and downs of the whole process. So a lot of you probably just know me for my silly little YouTube videos I do here, like my funniest Google reviews series. But what you might not know is that I'm actually a musician. I've been making music for years. I'm a classically trained pianist, and I sing as well.
Hey, clap along, you know the words.
That's right, I'm basically a famous musician. So I figured I could combine my YouTube hobby and my music hobby with a challenge. I'll use AI to come up with a title and lyrics, and then I'll write the music to that song. So to start off, I just needed a title. I did a search for AI title generator, and I ended up on this site, Cool Generator. It asked me what genre of song I wanted, so I picked blues, because I feel like that's a good genre. Could come up with some creative titles. From there, it gave me a bunch of randomly generated song titles. Most of them were just nonsense, like Violence of Dirt or Feeling of My. Those are great. But this one caught my eye. She Hopes I'm Hurting. It kind of tells a story all in and of itself. Like who hopes I'm hurting? Why does she hope I'm hurting? Why would somebody want that? It's a good hook, you know. It's interesting. So I went ahead and saved that one. Then I moved it over to ChatGPT and asked it to come up with some lyrics for a song with that title. I gave it the title and some instructions for how to write the lyrics because otherwise it would have just been all over the place and impossible to sing. It came up with these lyrics, and I pretty much just took exactly what it said, and I didn't change anything. First line, she struts like a storm. What does that mean? She hopes I'm hurting. Prays for my demise. That's dark. This was supposed to be like a goofy little song. It was talking about praying for somebody's demise. Now that I had the lyrics, it was time to come up with the melody. So I already had these chords written a couple of months ago, just like a rough chord progression that I had for a song that I never ended up writing. It's a very bouncy kind of just going off of a bunch of 5 chords. I'll play it for you in a second, but I think it would work well for this song. The audio quality is not going to be great, sorry about that, but it's a very simple progression. It's just A5, D5, E5, and then back to A5. And so I just kind of had like a bouncy little... I figured that could be good for the verse at least. I kind of just realized that the entire time the camera was really focused on like my knees. So I'm sorry about that. So I kind of figured out the chorus. I decided to throw in a minor chord because that's when the line from the title comes in. She hopes I'm hurting. It's a pretty sad line if you think about it, and that's the first time you hear it and you realize what the song is actually about. So during the verse, the chord progression is just, which is very happy and carefree. And then I was thinking during the chorus, I could have that line land on a minor chord, so it would be. It's still not sad or anything, but it has a little emotion to it. I would throw in that minor chord, but keep it a 5th. So a full minor chord would be, and that would sound like this. Very sad. I'm removing the middle, so I'm just playing. So that would sound more like. So it's not quite as sad. You can still tell that it's a minor chord, but taking out that middle note really loosens up a bit on the sadness of the chord. I'll play the two side by side, you can hear the difference. I'm hearing some trumpets. Yeah, I think the piano is going. And the trumpets. A little something like that. I'll figure it out later, but I like throwing a little trumpets into my choruses. Alright, that's enough for now. I think I figured out the basics. Now with the main melody recorded on the piano, I went ahead and added drums and recorded a bass line. program I'm using here for drums is called Addictive Drums. It has a lot of great sounds and loops, but I like to mess around with it to get something that really fits with the song and is original. After that, I added some trumpets. I added a synth guitar. And then I pretty much had a finished instrumental. Now all that was left was for me to record the vocals. Except I forgot one thing, and I realized I had a bit of a problem. Once again, you're gonna have to forgive the bad quality. This is an impromptu recording on my phone. I'm just sitting at the piano now because I realized that the song calls for a guitar solo. I don't play guitar. So I've just been sitting here trying to come up with a solo in another sound font, like some other instrument. Right now I was working on one that would be an organ sound. So the organ solo would sound something like this in the song. I also had the idea of using a synth sound. Now the last idea I had was using a piano solo. Because the song already has a lot of piano in it, I was thinking maybe it would kind of make sense. I'm also a bit known for piano solos in my songs, so I think it would be fitting. I just have to figure out how I would do it exactly. I'm thinking it makes sense to play left-hand arpeggio. Just a simple 3-note arpeggio, and then on the right hand do octaves. It's like... I'm not trying to half-ass it because it's a song for a video. I really am trying to make it sound good, but I think a guitar solo would be very good here. And I don't play guitar. And I don't have money to pay somebody to play guitar on the track. 2, 3, 4, 2. Okay, well that's enough of that. So here's what it sounded like with the synth solo. I'm not crazy about that. I think it's too electronic. It doesn't fit with the song. And then finally I have the organ solo, which I think is the one I like the most. But it still sounds a little empty, so what I ended up doing actually is I used all three at once. I had the Nox lead, which is my synth, come in slightly more toward the middle of the solo, and I had the rock organ going the whole time, and then I had the piano very lightly in the background. It's not too much, you know, I have the organ, which is the main solo. I have the piano in the background kind of doing an accompaniment to the solo, and then the synth is kind of just like a way to bring the song to a climax. Because the whole time there's no synth in the song until the very end, and it slowly comes in during the solo. Just a brief clip of what the solo sounds like with all three of those tracks. And that's how it sounds. And in the context of the song, it sounds a lot better, but you'll hear the whole thing shortly. So now with the solo done, I finally had the full instrumental and it was time to record the vocals. So normally I would go to the studio to record my vocals, but I'm broke. So what I did is I put my microphone in here, surrounded by a bunch of blankets on my shelf here, and these blankets are basically going to stop the echo from bouncing off the walls, so I should get a pretty clean sound recording in there. And yeah, I'm gonna record the vocals and the song should be pretty much finished after that. She hopes I'm hurting, prays for my demise, but I'll keep on fighting beneath these stormy skies. She hopes I'm hurting, she prays for my demise, but I'll keep on fighting beneath these stormy skies. Now that I had it all together, it was just a matter of mastering the tracks, making sure everything sounded good, and making the cover art. I figured I might as well use AI the whole way through, so I asked ChatGPT to come up with a prompt, and then I fed that into Bing's AI to get this. I'm not gonna lie, this looks really f***ing cool, but honestly, it's way too dramatic for this song. This song is way too, like, upbeat and silly. So sadly, I don't think I'm going to be able to use that one. But you guys feel free to use this one if anybody wants to. It's not mine, it's AI. It's probably stolen from somebody anyway. Honestly, I kind of like this, what it gave me. It's very simple. You know, you got like the rain in the background, and which is part of the lyrics, and then the like blood raining down kind of thing. It's very cool. She looks tough. Her hands are in her pockets, so you can't see the messed up AI hands. So this is really good. I'm just gonna take this and add some text over it with Canva. Alright, well, this is pretty much what I got in the end. I came up with this. I just added this little text on top. I think it looks pretty good. It doesn't have to be perfect, to be honest. So without further ado, here is a song that AI helped me write over the past couple weeks. I hope you enjoy it. If not, blame the robot, not me.
Struts like a storm, leaving chaos in her wake. Eyes cold, heart black, drawn to her dark side. Leather-clad temptress leaves scars where she's been. Her touch a poison, but I won't let her win. She hopes I'm hurting, prays for my demise, but I'll keep on fighting beneath these stormy skies. She's a devil in disguise, leaving trails of destruction. Her kiss, bitter poison, fueling my obsession. She's a riddle wrapped in lace, leaving shadows in her path. But I'll unravel her misery and break free from her wrath. She hopes I'm hurting, she prays for my demise, but I'll keep on fighting beneath these stormy skies. Beneath these stormy skies.
Thank you for watching this very long video. I know it's quite different from the content I usually make, but I had a lot of fun making it, so I hope you enjoyed. If you made it this far, you're a trooper. Thank you for watching all the way through. This video took me well over a month to make and edit and, make the song and all that. It was really a lot of work. So if you could do me one last favor and just leave a like or a comment or subscribe or something, that would be really great. Till next time, my name is Wolfgang. I love you, I appreciate you, and take care of yourself.